신경 쓰세지?
Sup, homie?
What's that got to do with anything?
I don't know, just home.
Just saying hi.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. We're going to be reacting to 17 today. If you know, we checked out their Killing Voice last time and had a blast. We were like, okay, 17. We got to start reacting to more 17 songs.
Yeah.
Especially for me because I thought I know a lot of their songs, but
That's
turns
what I thought
out
too.
I don't. One of the songs there from the list, we decided to go through the songs on that list that surprised us was a song called Home. And it seemed like a lot of people actually wanted us to check that out next because there's a music video for that. And since we got like glimpse of the song,
just like a part, right? Just
right,
like,
and it was like I just vaguely remember it being like very surprising because of like the sort of like an anti-drop kind of thing. But other than that, I don't really remember the song. So
me too.
Let's check it out, watching the music video and all that.
Yeah.
And as usual, if applicable, talk about the music, the lyrics, whatever may be applicable. So let's just check it out.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Click.
Feels eerie.
Feels sad already.
It's like, whoa.
Oh. I love this synth.
Yeah, it's got the.
Oh. Whoa. Bass. Oh. It's like a water droplet type of feel. Harmonizations. Wow.
Oh yes, that was it.
Do you hear how the mix is a bit dry in front? It's wet at the back. Wow. And they're creating a diamond.
There's like 2 parts to the chorus as well. It's
밖은 여전히 추워 시린 코끝은도 우리를 멀리서도 다가서게 하는 추억 내 맘에 구멍 나면 두 손으로 막아주면 돼
I love the guitar over here.
Tell me like 너 말 좀 해줘 내 안에서 넌 네 마음 안에서 부둥치고 있어 덜컥 겁이 나는 걸 어쩌겠어
우와.
너가 없으면 내 마음 편하게 될 집이 없어 내 속은 너를 위해 비어있어 어찌 보면 조금 어렵겠지만 언제라도 난 여기 서 있어 편하게 생각해도 돼 나를 이렇게 너를 보내고 싶지 않아
What is this bridge?
oh,
매일 무섭고 싶지
ooh, and the chorus.
나는 너에게 있을 것 너는 나에게 있을 것 Cause I'm your home
And they go here.
Oh.
because you're my home 네가 올 수 있는 걸 나도 올 수 있는 걸
Wow.
Oh. Crazy.
Wow. Also, like music video is top notch. I'm really surprised by the video as well. Wow.
Oh, me too, me too. Wow. Shit. First of all, incredible song. Yeah, we definitely loved it. Like harmonizations at the back, like making it robotic almost, like a talk box type of thing. I really love that it was being played throughout the whole song, but it didn't feel like too much. It felt natural, more moody.
It works because it wasn't just like the main thing, right?
Yeah,
It was the main vocal, and then it was like an added effect on top.
Because a lot of songs do this, but sometimes it's just like too in your face that it just feels like, oh, this is a main synth, but this was like, I'm back here,
Yeah.
Really loved it. Just wanted to point out a few things about the music. In the intro part, there's just like a mallet type of plug synth, like
that's
like
so beautiful.
yeah, with the water drop kind of plug synth.
It's so good.
That's so quiet, very simple and smoothie and very dry, if you could think of it. And if you go to verse part, bass takes over with the same quality. And so is this like white noise edit padded synth comes in after, and it's still dry and quiet. However, there's this like ambience of like Vox FX at the back, just sorry, that kind of thing being played.
Not that kind of thing at all, but
at the back, very wet. So to me, that felt like a contrast between like someone who feels lonely and there's this home always waiting for you. That's what I felt in the verse part mainly. And if you look at the whole song structure, there's lots of dynamic changes. It describes your emotion being unstable, like anxiety, sadness, wanting to go home, type of thing. Especially piano, it does a great job on this. Making everything emotional, feeling lonely a bit too. When you go to pre-chorus, there's this like major vibe into it with like a hope, but still a struggle. And when that chorus hits, this totally feels unstable, I find. Because we've been through this verse and pre-chorus, and then you still ended up on being an unstable part. That's what I felt. But the hook or refrain part of the chorus comes in, that just total feels like a home. Somebody's like hugging you as a musical wise. There's this like breast kind of sample at the back. I think that does a big job. Very bright. You put a distortion, make a small reverb, put a side chain, more rhythms being added at the part as an instrumental. It just feels like the instrumental is kind of like hugging you. That's what I felt as the musical perspective. I don't know the lyrics. For those of you who don't know, like I don't get the lyrics at all, like 99% of the times. But that's what I felt as the music atmosphere vibe. And
it sounded like you
really
almost
cool.
like you got some of the lyrics this time.
I did?
It did sound like it, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Either you didn't and the music is doing an amazing job communicating that message, even for those who don't pay attention to the lyrics, or you got it unconsciously, or maybe you're getting better at it, or both.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting better.
But yeah,
I think the
that's
music
the
did a
gist
great
of it,
job.
right?
Yeah.
The idea of
Yeah.
home
Yeah.
and loneliness
Yeah.
and all that, and especially for the part that you mentioned, the main chorus where everything kind of just like dips out.
Yeah.
What you said about it is very correct, because that is the part where after all the build up with the lyrics, they say my mind, my heart is empty for you. It's like all emptied out, right? It's basically saying, well, I don't have a home that I can lean to, but my heart is empty for you. So
Yes.
you can. So
Exactly.
I can be your home, right? They're building up to that, right? And that the build up is the chorus, which is why it feels unstable rather than completely it's just like resolving, and which is also why there is that anti-drop kind of thing where you expect something to happen, but then
True.
and it's sadder, like you
that was
said.
sick, yeah.
Because like I'm struggling, there's anger, and like please tell me like from inside, like just tell me what I should do. Like I'm really afraid suddenly. What do I do? But what can I do? I have no home if there's no you.
Yeah.
And that's the chorus, and musically and everything just fits. And what's interesting is because it's still building up at the chorus part, the count, if you do the count, it sounds very interesting because it is like 8/8 like measure wise. It's like very stable measure wise, but the way they structure it, when they first say "cause I'm your home, 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 home," the very first part, that is already the first measure, but you don't really count it that way because there's no instrumental in the background, right? And then that's when it drops after the first home. They go boom, and then that's when you like in your head automatically start counting. But if you do that, you're gonna be constantly surprised because they're gonna switch to like minor chords, and they're gonna go through different turns earlier than you think because you started counting late. And the reason why you start counting late is, well, because the chorus leading up to that refrain or hook tricks you that way as well. If you strictly count, it's gonna make sense, but your head, you're not gonna be counting on the right one. And it's not just about like missing a measure at the end in your head. It's also the fact that, well, even the refrain part, there are a lot of chord changes, and that's gonna always hit you faster and earlier than you expect. So that part becomes like the most memorable part, but also the most confusing and unstable part of the song, which is a very fun play on the idea of I'm your home. It should be stable, but it's still not.
Yeah.
So thematically, narratively, it works as well.
That counts as like the Walk in the Water by Skiz also.
Sure.
Just like, you know, but if you count it,
I think
it's still the same, but you're kind of
more
throwing that
complex. This one's more jarring because there are more chords. At the end of the day, you're still gonna feel very bittersweet about everything.
Yeah,
it's never gonna feel like a happy ending, despite what the lyrics may suggest. Which, I mean, even the lyrics are kind of like not suggesting that explicitly, but at least you have this hope. But it is so not clear, and it's just like worsened by the music itself and like the music video too, which is beautiful again, by the way. We didn't get to really go into it, but it's so surreal. I didn't expect the sets and everything to be so unpredictable. Like it's not cliche. It's everything just feels.
And if you think about it, it's pretty all over the place.
I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
And because like once in music videos, usually if you want to have a lot of sets and there's like this kind of story that we've sort of heard before, the sets tend to be very obvious. But the whole thing with the door and frame within a frame kind of thing, even like the settings that seem kind of conventional at first, if you pay attention, it's totally not. There's a lot of like lights and lamps and the theater chair kind of thing. Like that's pretty new. Like I haven't seen that used in this way. I really like it. And it's kind of like, it's scary almost, like the settings. It's so like dreamy that it just feels very out of touch with reality, which is another thing, I guess, out of touch with reality. And you know, there is no sense of like true home. Like you're supposed to feel not comfortable watching the music video as well.
It's insane. Like I think I've never seen such a like music and music video that describes what they're trying to deliver us, like musically, lyrically, and visually.
Like it's so spot on.
And
it's so good.
But in one sense, which are very difficult to describe and deliver, right?
Because it's abstract.
It's like home. Describe us feeling of wanting to return to home or wanting to give that you are becoming a home. Try to do that, and they made this.
And it's not like, you know, it's not one dimension. It's not just sadness.
It's
like,
true.
It's not just like, oh, I'm missing you.
You can think a lot of different ways too. Yeah.
The chorus is like the epitome of what the song is trying to say. Like it's. Like I can't even speak because it's hard to describe. It's so complex. Oh man, there are, and we didn't even get to these, but there are so many different things regarding like the chords, different sources, and how they work together. But hopefully this gave you a gist of how we felt. At least initially. I'm sure we'll have a lot more chances to check this song out again.
This was fun.
This was really fun. What a great star.
I love this song.
This song was way more than just that drop, you know? It's so great. And the lyrics, by the way, feels like for the most part, the lyrics are spot on as well. Not too much to kind of correct or anything. So you can be confident that most of the things here are probably just correct and you can follow it as is. All right. That was a great start. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna be checking out other songs from 17, going back and forth. Probably starting with again the set list from Dingo Killing Voice. So if you have like another recommendation, like where to go next from here within the set list that's given, please let us know in the comments section below. Also, if you want to be up to date, get things earlier, and get extra contents, if you're a fan of Skiz, ATEEZ, or other artists, We have a Patreon page. We post pretty much daily extra contents and everything. So go check that out. We might actually be starting 17 series like Go 17 or the Caterers.
Yeah, Caterers, yeah.
Yeah, we might do that as well fairly soon, actually, just because that Killing Voice just sent us. That was like, that's what sealed the deal for us. So check that out if you're interested. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video, everybody.
Take care.
Vintage.
Gabriel Agnes.
Chuchen Tututu.
Elka Morales.
Rian Sunderland.
Keria.
Chupset.
Charlotte Maisonneuve.
Vinny.
모치코.
Mimi. Heart.
Lilo 77DKZ.
Huning Pai.
Yasmin V.
Robin Mihandust.
Brown Cow.
Mary Sophie Frank.
헌시른.
and Star Felix.